It's Saturday, the 30th of November 2024. We're the Irish National We're at Palvicini's side of the paddocks. Now, this is Palvicini's half brother, and this is Pimpernel in the paddock here. He's at the very back. Zoom into the belly, don't not too far. He's at the very back of the field here. Palvicini's half brother, Lisa Pimpernel. He's at the very back of the field, grazing away here. I'm not too sure how he's doing this year so far. He's had any wins or how he's getting on at the tracks. But his offspring seems to be selling well, seems to be doing well, and the sales, I think, because I'm not too sure how his offspring are doing on the racetracks, whether they've won any races and stuff. But his yearlings are selling it well. I think his yearlings, and I think he's had some foals on the ring as well. So I think he's doing well in the Tattersall. He's had a few sell in Tattersall, I think, in the foals. I think a few foals were on sale. I think some of his yearlings were on sale. So I'm not too sure how much they sold for, but I haven't been keeping up to date on how his progress. But I haven't seen his name crop up when it comes to the wins. But I think you've seen his name pop up in the sales, and you've seen his name at the races. We were at the races there a short while ago, back in the end of October, the Halloween week, and I saw his name in the race card. He put a bet on one of his offspring at the races, but he didn't win. I can't remember where he came. I think he came sixth or something. I can't remember the name of the horse. I think I put a bet on him. I can't remember the name of the horse now, but I think he came sixth or something in the race. But so I see him pop up every now and then in the race cards every time we go to the races. But it's been a while, I think, since he won a race. But hopefully he'll catch up. But when we first came here, he was 1,000. He was the lowest speed. It took a few years for him to go up in price. He went up, I think, in 2022 up to 3,000. I think that's when he first spotted his speed. That's when we first noticed his speed had gone up in 2022. That's when he first went up in price. I thought he'd never go up, but he went up in 2022 up to 3,000. But he went down to 2,000, I think, last year. Was that right? 2,000 last year. And I think he's still at 2,000. I don't think he hasn't changed. I don't think his fee has changed. I think it's still the same price. So that's the first time I see his fee go up was 2022. Yeah, before that, right up to before that, he was 1,000. Yeah, but his brother, I don't see his name at all really mentioned. So I've seen at all. So since he comes to the stone, I've never seen him being let out to cover.
Is there? Niet vallen. Hey-hoo! Hey-hoo! Hey-hoo!
Where is he?
Right back there.
Zoom into him. Grazing away there. Look very back. Zoom into him. Don't zoom into too far. This is Palvicini. As I said, we don't see him pop up at all now in any race cards at all. I've always seen his name once in the races, and that was a couple of years ago. Only a few years ago, but I haven't seen it since. I've always seen his name once in the Sunchar's yard. A mare was in foal to to Paul Vicini. I've only seen one name, and I've only seen one photograph of a foal. One photograph of a foal of Paul Vicini. Only one foal of Paul Vicini photograph. I didn't see. I don't think I had the pleasure of meeting him. I don't think I had the pleasure of meeting him. Only one foal of Paul Vicini at the Irish National Dublin. I haven't seen any since. So he's not very popular with the ladies. He doesn't really get picked to meet up with the mares, and either him or Elusive are on the roster, or Epiano's not on the roster. Well, don't fear not on the roster. Epiano, Elusive, or Paul Vicini are on the roster. There's only 4 stallions on the roster this year, or next year. Sorry, next year. Beg pardon, next year. There should have been a ring. Venus of Spain, Nanda Parado, and Lucky Vega. They're the only 4 that are on the roster. And Lucky Vega is the new stallion taking over from Invincible. He's taking over Invincible's reign for the 2025 season. He's taking over Invincible's reigns. So hopefully he'll match up to his criteria. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Criteria. Hopefully he'll do Invincible proud. They'll have to have him home in Ireland now, probably permanently now, because he's now taking over the reins here in Ireland, taking over Invincible's reins. So he might have to stop his contract in Australia now that he's the main focus here, and he's the top of the roster here for the next season. Staying in Ireland now. He's already had 3 seasons in Australia now. I think the average amount of years in Australia for shuttling, I think, is 3 years. And it is a lot of travelling for a horse. It is a lot of travelling for a horse. In Australia, it's a very long journey for a horse. And 3 years would be enough for travelling to Australia. 3 years it is a long journey over to a horse. It does take its toll on a horse. Travelling is a very long journey, so I think 3 years will be the limit for travelling to Australia, because it is a very long journey, isn't it?
Mm.
It is quite a long journey for a horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would take its toll.
Yeah.
It takes over 2 days.
3 days, I think.
3 days.
3 days. 2 or 3 days, yeah.
3 days. So I think it would take its toll on the horse if it went for another year, because he's already had 3 seasons. So I think this will probably be his last year in Australia, and then they're going to concentrate on him staying here in Ireland now that he's taken over Invincible's reins. So if they don't take over Invincible's reins, they might have to concentrate on him staying here now. Now he's on top of the roster. The starting fee is not as high as Invincible's, I don't think, is it? What's the starting fee?
No idea.
Invincible was 10,000. This is 10,000 when he started his career. I can't remember what Lucky Vegas is. I thought he would have been higher. I have to look up the fees again. It's only 4 stallions. It's not that many, is it? On the roster. 24. Yeah. Take the tray back. What time is it?
Tenth is 2. Call it day.
22, is it? 22.
Yeah.
We want to head off to lunch slightly earlier today, folks. Not really much excitement. We're going to go to the yearlings, the wheelings tomorrow. Okay, wheelings turn tomorrow, because we've been spending a lot of time with the stallions so far. We're going to be concentrating a lot on the stallions. So I think it's going to take a break from the stallions tomorrow. Is that okay? Yeah.
So we'll get you to stay in this.
What?
We'll do stallions tomorrow.
No, we're going to the wheelings tomorrow.
Oh.
If I'd be focusing too much on the stallions, Liam, I'm going down to the wheelings tomorrow.
Okay.
I've been avoiding the wheelings, Liam.
Alright.
I've been avoiding them too much now. I haven't given them any attention now, Liam. I haven't given them any attention. So I'm going down to the wheelings tomorrow. I go down to the Blankford Yard tomorrow. Come back to the Blackshire Yard Go down to the wheelings. They don't want to see the wheelings anymore.
What?
They don't want to see the wheelings
Who the
anymore.
wheelings? Yeah, okay. We got the wheelings tomorrow.
They're doing the foals tomorrow. I haven't seen them for ages now, and I miss the foals.
Okay.
They don't want to see them.
Of course I do.
So then, I'm going down to the foals tomorrow, and that's the end of it. No arguments. I haven't seen them. I've been focusing too much on the stallions lately. Too much on the stallions. Too much. And the legends and stuff. I'm going down to the foals tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, folks. So we're going to lunch now, and I'll see you at the stallion stables after lunch. Thank